to the heavyweight division now. Our tale of the tape is presented by this scandalous energy drink. Guto Innocence versus Hassan Yousefi.
So almost no difference from this tale of the tape. Both guys 6'3", 1 inch reach difference. Fist size almost similar, almost the same. These guys very similar.
Round number one. Moving backwards off of scratch is the Iranian Hassan Yousefi. He's in the blue trunks. White trunks for the Brazilian Guto Innocence. Wide open striking guard for Innocence. Definitely blocking that left hook. The bounce of the movement of Yousefi. Heavy into the clinch on the turn. Both fighters to the canvas nearly. Up in MMA, I believe Yousefi could have landed in the open guard. The restart from Brian Miner.
Well, these guys are throwing with bad intentions.
Overhand right to the left side. Right hand. On the duck under, big swings again from both of these two powerfully built, heavy-hitting heavyweights. There's the lead left hook from Innocence. And to the inside, heavy in the clinch. Ripping up to get the separation, Yousefi. Knuckle up from Brian Miner on the restart. Overhand right. Overhand right entry on the counter from Yousefi. And chest to chest.
Both these guys are throwing so hard, Sean. I can't see them being able to continue to go with this pace.
Fighters to the center circle. 50 seconds remaining, round number one. Bait from Innocence, swing and a miss with the left hook from Yousefi. Slight swelling now under Yousefi's right eye. Innocence coming forward. There's the jab, looking to throw the rear right uppercut with Yousefi off of the jab. Feint step again from Innocence, heavy into the clinch. Inactive is the clinch. Restart from Brian Miner. Feigning with the naked right hand, Innocence. Tentative jab from Yousefi, now circling out. Overhand right. Late here in round number one. The right hand blocked again. Innocence using a very wide striking guard. He is largely blocking those wide punches. We are through the opening round. Round number two. The feint. In the step, entry on the right hand, left hook from Yousefi. Yousefi, another big left hand on the right hand to the inside. Innocence trying to defensively clinch, a straight right hand from Yousefi. Ruled as a slip by Brian Miner.
Innocence was rocked a couple times in that exchange.
See the swelling under the right eye of Yousefi. Strong start to round number two for the Iranian Hassan Yousefi. It's the Brazilian Guto Innocence. On the duck under, heavy into the clinch. On the underhook. Brian Miner keeping this heavyweight fight moving. 1:15 remaining, round two. And feint step from Yousefi, overhand right. Hook. Clean right hand on the entry from Innocence. Have the defensive clinch from Yousefi. Big overhand right again. Yousefi continues to look for that punch. The naked overhand right on the step forward. The left hook.
Innocence continues to take it as well, but he's still coming forward.
Now 40 seconds remaining, round number two. Jab from Innocence. To the half-tie plum. Again, the defensive clinch from Yousefi.
And Innocence might want to start trying to frame out of that position. He's doing a great job of getting into where he can land his shots. Yousefi just grabbing him.
There's that entry overhand right. Hassan Yousefi continuing to try to time.
You see how Innocence is continuing to put his hands up, frame off, create some space, strike.
Closing stages, round number two. Yousefi circling. Jab just off the mark. Next stop, round three. Fighters up to scratch. Round number three. Yousefi had no interest in the scratch line. Immediately backing off. He wants that outside range as we start round three. That's largely been Yousefi's theme for the first two rounds. He told us as much in our fighter meeting. Staying on the outside, keep circling. There's the left hook. Big right hand on the entry, left hook. Overhand right. Short lefts on the inside. There's the level change, and that's ruled as a slip by Brian Miner.
More of a push down, but Yosefi has done a great job of dictating the range when the fight happens. He's usually leading this dance. Innocent needs to make sure he's getting off first, deciding when and where the fight happens.
Yosefi cut under both thighs. On the left hand, left hook again, that to the body after going through the head, Guto Innocent. There's the entry naked right hand from Innocent. Naked entry right hand from Yosefi. 60 seconds remaining, round 3. Right hand again. Chris, Yosefi continuing to sit on that. Not throwing the jab, just the step in overhand right.
I mean, there's no reason not to at this point. He's usually the one deciding when and where the fights happen. Why go down if you don't need to?
Gonna miss with the left hook. Hook clubbing. Rear right uppercut, very clever from the Iranian Hassan Yosefi. Innocent's mouth is wide open. Overhand right. Good pull from Innocent. 25 seconds remaining, round 3. Cut again with the right hand from Yosefi. See the Brazilian Hugo Innocent's mouth is a gate.
Gotta be careful with that mouth open. You hit in the jaw, you're gonna get broke.
To the clinch, uppercut to the body. Guillotine position, no squeeze, separation from Brian Miner. We move to round 4. Great sportsmanship continues. Touch of hands again. Slowly to the outside. There's Hassan Yosefi working off the jab, mouthpiece out. Mouthpiece right back in. Sporting from Yosefi. Not step in when Innocent lost his mouthpiece. To the body. Red right, big left hand from Hassan Yosefi. On the uppercut. Stiff jab from Hassan Yosefi. Right hand again. Innocent missing with the left hook. Explosive entries again from Hassan Yosefi.
That's the thing, he can decide when he wants to fight. He hits him, he comes back now, he takes his breaks. Ooh.
Stiff jab from Innocent.
Innocent gets off first, he's much better off.
Innocent to the mid-range, the grip up from Yosefi. Both fighters, Chris, have largely been defensive in the clinch.
Yeah, they really had no interest in trying to frame out, create some space, land in the clinch. I think they're both happy having an outside fight.
So not getting through, definitely blocked by Innocent. Stiff jab. 45 seconds remaining, round number 4. Jab. Yosefi landing to the outside, exploding back in. A serious mouth that is formed under Yosefi's right eye. Slight trickle of blood from the cut under Yosefi's left eye. Yosefi on the left hook. Nearly an illegal back fist from Yosefi. More of a flail. That was not his intent to throw a back fist. On the right hand. Innocent now forward to the mid-range. Jab from Hassan Yosefi. The bell. We move to the 5th and final round. Yosefi not too keen to step up to scratch. Now he does, as ordered by Brian Miner, and then immediately takes himself backwards off of scratch as we start the 5th and final round.
Very smart for Yosefi. He does a great job getting in and out.
Right uppercut lands from Yosefi. Took off the mark. Yosefi told us he felt confident that he would have the vastly superior cardio. That's in the step of Yosefi, right hand into the clinch. And again, the defensive clinch up from Hassan Yosefi. Hard entry again for Yosefi.
Just one hand, one punch, and then he clinches.
And Chris, Guto Innocent is not throwing as Yosefi then tries to clinch up. There's the right hand getting through, right uppercut from the half. Time plumb goes Yosefi. On The over-under for Inocent is back against the ropes. There's the break with some difficulty, but well done by Brian Miner. Two very big heavyweights. Inocent weighing in at 249.2. Yusefi weighing in at 249. Guto Inocent 6'3", Yusefi 6'4". And the duck under. Again, both fighters in the defensive clinch. 40 seconds remaining in this heavyweight fight. Grab of the shorts from Guto Inocent. Hard entry again. Yusefi tried to grab the half-tie plum. Right hand. There's the half-tie plum. Big left hook on the entry.
Once again, Unicef just doing a great job of dictating the pace, dictating when and where the fight happens. I think that's why he's been doing so great. I feel like he's been dominating this fight.
Stretch drive now, another overhand right on the entry for Yusefi, the bell, and the end of the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside score this fight 50-45, 49-46, and 50-45. To the winner by unanimous decision, Hassan Yusefi!
In the middleweight division, Aaron Chalmers versus Chazzy Simons. The numbers presented by World League of Fighters.
Significant 5-inch height advantage and also an 8-inch reach advantage for Chalmers. And he knows he wants to utilize that. He knows his opponent Simons wants to get inside to land shots. He's got to make it pay for trying to do so.
Aaron Chalmers told us, I have to be smart with my aggression. I know that Chazzy Simons is extremely aggressive when his back is against the ropes. Round number 1. White and blue trunks for the Englishman from Newcastle, Aaron Chalmers.
Right clean. Right. Good.
The push away white and black trunks for the Englishman from Croydon, Chazzy Simons. Hip hook jab, right uppercut, left hand, landed from Chalmers. Reset from Simons, long flick jab from Chalmers. Chalmers 5'11" to Simons 5'6".
Simons having a difficult time getting inside.
Overhand right from Simons, good pull from Chalmers.
There's some wild shots being thrown by Simons right now. He's got to work his way in with the jab, head movement, do something to get inside.
The long extended jab from Simons. Simons to the mid-range, now into the clinch for Chazzy Simons. Separation for Brian Miner.
I like what Simons did there. He went inside and worked with the body, stayed low.
Simons is cut on his forehead. 70 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are in the middleweight division. Double jab from Chalmers. On the hook to the entry. Start. Good right hand from Aaron Chalmers. Try the striking guard now for Simons. Chalmers continuing to throw that hook jab. The straight jab. Here's the jab entry from Simons. Good turnout from Chalmers. Lateral step, smart movement from Chazzy Simons. Looking for the inside entry on the left hook. Circle out from Chalmers, right hand, left hand. Down goes Chazzy Simons.
Just a balance issue in that situation. Wasn't hurt, but just got his feet caught underneath him, went down. Definitely a knockdown.
Simons taking the mandatory 8 from Brian Miner. 10-second clock later in round number 1. Chalmers staying measured after knocking down Simons. Left hook, right hand. There is the bell. Round number 2. See the immediate lateral movement, then the jab for Chazzy Simons off of scratch to start the second round. And now movement with the tall stance for Chalmers. And the double jab, second jab getting through for Chazzy Simons. Jab right back from Chalmers. Jab to the body. Chazzy Simons continues to look for the entry, but he takes that big right hand from Chalmers on the overhand.
He didn't like that. You could tell the way he's moving backwards.
Overhand right not through from Simons on the left shoulder of Aaron Chalmers. Nice jab from Chalmers. 1:15 remaining, round 2. Feint on the level change for Chazzy Simons. Left hook.
just cannot quite get into range, Simon.
3-2 from Chalmers. That was fast. There's another hard right hand. Left hook off the mark and reply. 55 seconds remaining round 2. Both fighters back in the center circle. Jab to the body for Simons. Clever on the level change.
That's been the best thing for him when he tries to go the body for Simons. If he keeps going upstairs, he's just coming up a few inches short.
Into the body. His body head left hook. Fast left hand for Simons. And good pull again for Chalmers. Chalmers off the jab. The hook jabs. In and out, backward step for Chazza Simons. Jab again. Jab to the body, not there. And the duck under left hook. Feint with the check left hook for Chalmers. Feint step. We are through 2 rounds. Now round 3. Jab from Simons. There's a big right hand and reply from Chalmers. Knockdown number 2.
Oh, that head is leaking once again. Didn't like the way.
7. That is it, and victory in his BKFC debut for Aaron Chalmers.
The referee did not like the way Simons got up. Legs went out underneath him all the way.
But Aaron Chalmers showed patience and power throughout.
Just a fantastic left hook by Chalmers. Waited for the right time, saw an opening, landed that left hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Brian Miner, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 16 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Aaron the Junker Chalmers.
In the cruiserweight division, John Phillips versus Fabio Maldonado.
John, only a 2-inch height advantage for Maldonado as well as a 1-inch reach advantage. That's not that much for this weight class. Very similar for the Dillon take. Nobody with the advantage.
John Phillips told us, I have full belief in my punching power in both hands. I will throw hard, aggressive counters. Maldonado being instructed exactly where the scratch line is by Dan Mergliata. Round number 1. Black trunks for the Welshman, John Phillips. Black and silver trunks for the Brazilian, Fabio Maldonado. Fast start from John Phillips. The pushback, big left hook on the entry. Maldonado staying long. Phillips stalking pressure immediately from the center circle. Feint step from Maldonado. Phillips hard left hand. Phillips in southpaw, Maldonado in orthodox. Feint again from John Phillips. There's the right hand. Short left hook lands from Maldonado. Now the right hand. Right hand again. Maldonado walking through that. Feint step again. Double left hand from Phillips.
He's trying to step outside that lead foot. Throw the straight left down the pipe.
These are 2 hugely powerful 205-pounders. Double jab from Maldonado. Maldonado keeping a very low open striking guard. To the body goes Phillips. Much higher, tighter striking guard for John Phillips. Feint step again from Maldonado, then the double jab. Jab again, double jab, triple jab from Fabio Maldonado. Phillips trying to roll through the punches with that head movement. Now the left hook just off the mark. Good pull from Maldonado. Good idea from Phillips. Phillips to the mid-range.
What Phillips should be doing every time he avoids one of these shots, he needs to come back and throw a punch.
Face wash, the push away. Soft warning given to Phillips by Dan Mergliata. A full-on face wash, just not fully legal. On the right hand, there's the counter right hand from Maldonado, now into the clinch from the underhook. Short, hard left hands from Maldonado. On the left hand again, left to the body from Phillips. Final seconds, round 1. There is the bell.
All right, ready? Ready? Knuckle up.
Round number 2. Wide open, low striking guard by design for Fabio Maldonado. High, tight striking guard for Phillips, left hand, and that drops Fabio Maldonado.
Left hand, left hook, right on the button.
6, 7.
Maldonado's feet are underneath him, always wobbling.
Up at 8 is Fabio Maldonado talking to Murgliata. The assessment from Dan Murgliata.
Murgliata better be careful. Better.
Phillips left hand, we might be done. We are game, set, match, John Phillips.
You can tell by the way Maldonado got up, he was still hurt. Murgliata gave him every opportunity, but like I said, he had to be watched in right away because you could just tell he wasn't able to move properly. One more punch was going to do it, and that's exactly what happened. And here's inside that left hand. Oh, right on the button. Yeah, great job by the referee, Murgliata. He just waved it off immediately. No need to count. There's the left hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Murgliata, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 29 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO, John, the Welsh Wrecking Machine, Phillips.
Tonight it's night 2 of 2 spectacular events for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in stunning Dubai. We're outside at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium, and we move to the welterweight division. Vlad Tuinov versus Sabri Ben Henia. Sabri Ben Henia told us, I know that Vlad Tuinov wants to push a fast, aggressive pace. I have to stay on the outside. I have to slow down this pace. Round number 1. Multicolored trunks for the Russian Vlad Tuinov, black trunks for the Belgian Sabri Ben Henia. Henia immediately to the outside, hands high and tight. Long straight jab for Tuinov. Tuinov now to the mid-range, right hand, left hand. Down goes Sabri Ben Henia.
Man, that was fast.
5.
That was accurate.
6.
Tuinov. Oh, geez, I don't think Ben Henia's getting up.
9.
The count of 9. The count of 10. Just like that, a lightning strike victory in his BKFC debut for Vlad Tuinov.
Jeez. So explosive was that punch.
1.6 seconds.
We knew how much experience he had. We knew how dangerous this guy was as a fighter, but man, that was unbelievably good. I mean, just power. He talked about his power. He has both hands, just didn't take much. Little left hand. You just see by the way Ben Henia's head moved, though, the damage was done.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Murgliata, stops this fight at the count of 10 at 26 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Vlad the Diamond Tuinov.
Feature fight time in the featherweight division. Brandon Allen versus Nico Goffi. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee.
And Brendan Allen with a 5-inch height advantage, a 4-inch reach advantage. He wants to utilize that. He can stay inside, outside. He definitely wants to stay outside this time and maybe try and get inside and land those punches.
Nico Goffi told us, I will keep circling, I will keep moving, I will keep landing hooks to the body and head of Brandon Allen. Round number 1. White and purple trunks for the American Brandon Allen. White, red, and green trunks for the Spaniard Nico Goffi. The duck under the big left hand is another left hand getting through from Goffi. Now Allen to the inside, almost a driving tackle into the ring ropes from Goffi. That's the soft warning given to Goffi on that level change in the drive-through with the front shoulder by Dan Murgliata.
Goffi getting that head so low, you're going to have to think that Brent Allen's going to have to start focusing on the uppercut.
The feint. One on the outside. Goffi pulling back to right hand. The fighters, as you see in Orthodox. Finder jab from Allen. Goffi looking for the roll through. Fast jab from Allen. Goffi on the entry, left hand into the clinch.
No strikes, no strikes.
Quick separation from Murgliata. Swash push away from Goffi. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Heavy face from Goffi into the inside, left hand, right hand. Allen on his back foot. Allen on the feint step. Defender jab again from Brandon Allen. Hard entry again from Nico Goffi into the clinch.
Goffi really trying to work the body, throw combinations, downstairs and upstairs.
Just saw firmer soft warning, not quite a hard warning, which means next time it's a point, but that's a firmer soft warning from Mergliata to Goffi. Saying watch the pushes in the clinch, but now big shots on the inside from Goffi. Allen defending, now circling out, stumbles against the ropes. Final seconds, round number 1. The duck under into the clinch. The bell, we move to round 2.
Very good round for Goffi, landing some great shots.
Brendan Allen, Nico Goffi, up to scratch.
Ready?
Knuckle up from Dan Mergliata as he starts round number 2. There's a feint and the jab from Allen.
Allen has got to start leading his dance. He cannot just sit there, wait for his opponent to throw punches and count.
He establishing himself in the mid-range. Allen, big right hand. Already noticeably, Brandon Allen turning up the aggression here in round 2, early stages that we saw from him all of round number 1. The duck under, big left hand, counter right hand from Allen. Goffi's been swinging big since the start of this fight. Allen now starting to swing bigger. The jab. Jab again into the clinch. Great separation from Mergliata.
I have to think that an uppercut has to be coming soon for Allen. Throwing that jab, ducking his opponent's head. His opponent ducks right into that right uppercut if he throws it.
Get on the step in, there's the naked 2. Good pull from Nico Goffi.
And there was that, he's showing, I will throw this uppercut.
He flinched to the inside. On the turn. Mergliata keeping our feature fight moving. We are in the 145-pound division at 45 seconds remaining round 2. Left hook getting through from Allen in the previous sequence. Observe stances for Goffi. Back to orthodox. Right hand counter right to the body from Goffi. Jab again from Brandon Allen. Left hook, big right hand. Down goes Brandon Allen.
And Brandon Allen was winning that round until that point. That was a huge knockdown.
Final seconds, round number 2. Goffi to the inside. Allen resetting, left hand from Nico Goffi. The bell. Next up, round 3. Confirmation, round number 3 is upon us. Strong start to this featherweight bout for the Spaniard Nico Goffi versus the American Brandon Allen, who enters on 5 straight wins in BKFC. Explosive entry again, counter right hand on the turn from Allen. The duck under into the clinch.
You have a guy who's shorter, you throw those straight punches or those hooks. Needs to turn that under, throw the uppercut.
Goffi, deep crouch, deep stance. Ducking under the lead left hook, and then the hook jab of Brandon Allen. Straight jab from Allen. Jabbing again, not there.
Allen keeps trying to throw that double jab in the right hand. The right hand is going to be so difficult to hit against a guy that size.
Feed back to the mid-range. Up jab from Brandon Allen. Hard explosive entry, right hand to the inside from Goffi. Snatches the head chancery, and there's the separation. 1 minute remaining, round number 3. Wider stance now for Allen. Allen on his front foot again to the jab. 2. Step from Allen, left hand from Goffi. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss right back. On the reset to the body. Driving front shoulder gets the separation from Dan Mergliata. Right hand off the mark from Brandon Allen on the step in. Goffi resetting now. 20 seconds remaining round 3. Been down on the level changes for Nico Goffi. Roll through from Goffi. Big right hand from Allen on the turn. Switching stances back to orthodox for Goffi. Left hand, right hand. The pull 2 was there from Allen. We are through 3 rounds.
All right, gentlemen.
Two phenomenally talented 145-pounders. Brandon Allen versus Nico Goffey, round 4. Hands. Forward again. Right hand, hard entry from Nico Goffey to the full-time plum, which gets the separation from Borga. Chris Goffey continues to explode from mid-range to the inside.
He does a great job of using that head movement, staying low, exploding in with hard shots, making it very difficult. Allen's got to time one. That's the main thing. It's difficult to time and land that uppercut, but if you do so, it's going to be devastating. He hasn't even thrown the uppercut yet.
Resetting. Overhand left to right hand. It's the ring ropes resetting. Stiff jab from Brandon Allen. 70 seconds remaining, round 4. Overhand left, overhand right, left uppercut. Knockdown number 2.
Allen, he just doesn't look like he's in this fight mentally.
Up at 8 is Brandon Allen. The assessment from Dan Mergliata.
Allen just has no answer for his opponent's explosive movement.
Goffey staying measured, but right back to mid-range. Under into the clinch from Brandon Allen without a punch thrown. Goffey on the up jab, big left hook.
That one hurt as well.
And Brandon Allen takes a knee, knockdown number 3.
Allen was hurt. Very smart for him to take the knee. Let's see if we can get something.
Up at 8. 15 seconds remaining, round 4. Nico Goffey, full control, has a huge left hand against the ring ropes. Allen did not fall.
Could have been a knockdown. I think the ropes kept him up.
Right hand, that's a knockdown. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Here comes the count from Mergliata.
No, that's it. That's all she wrote.
This fight is over, and the win of his life for Nico Goffey.
And I have to admit, I was way wrong on that fight. I thought Brandon Allen had won so many fights in a row, 5 in a row, looking phenomenal, showing just his pedigree, how great he was as a fighter, and he got dismantled in this fight.
Through his 6 previous fights in BKFC, Brandon Allen has proved one of the most elusive fighters on the roster. Nico Goffey dropped the elusive Brandon Allen 4 times in this bout.
Goffey just with that head movement, elusive style, kept coming up with punches, hooks to the body, like he talked about, hooks upstairs. That was an impressive performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 59 seconds into round number 4. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Nico the Iron Goffey.
The numbers for this, our co-main event of the evening, presented by Crypto Fight Game for the inaugural BKFC Women's 145-pound World Championship. Hannah Rankin versus Jessica Borga.
And you can see from the tape, it's not going to have much to do with the outcome of this fight. Not much of a height difference, 2 inches, reach, 1 inch, that's nothing. It's going to be who can implement the game plan. That person's probably going to win the fight tonight, Sean.
Hannah Rankin told us, I believe that Jessica Borga is at her most effective in the clinch, in the mid-range. Therefore, I want to be in the pocket or on the outside. The winner becomes the first ever BKFC Women's Featherweight World Titleist. The bell, round number 1. Fast start off of scratch for the fighter from Scotland, Hannah Rankin. She's in the white trunks. The American Jessica Borga is in the black trunks. The right hand. Left hand, there's the counter. Both fighters throwing big. Get on the overhand right. Get off the jab. Borga to the outside on the duck under. And right hand. Right hand, and that's off Jessica Borga. Borga wins. Rankin out. Game, set, match. We have a new champion. It is Jessica Borga.
There was a good right hand. There was a second one. You can just hear Borga is still up there talking, yelling at Rankin, telling her this is not boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Margliotta, calls a stop to this fight at 32 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO and your inaugural BKFC Women's World Featherweight Champion, Jessica, the Black Widow, Borga.
The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy. Kai Stewart, the champion, versus the challenger, Tommy Strydom.
So similar on this tail to tape, a 1-inch height difference, 0-inch reach difference. Whoever can establish their control of this fight, the reach and the range, probably gonna win the fight, Jim.
7-0 champion Kai Stewart, the 4-0 challenger Tommy Strydom for the BKFC Featherweight World title.
Okay, gentlemen, let's go. Total line.
The fighters called up to scratch by Dan Margliotta.
Ready? Ready?
Stewart switching stances at the scratch line, round number 1. White trunks for the American champion Kai Stewart. Green and gold trunks for the South African challenger Tommy Strydom. Strydom to the inside, heavy on the clinch, big right hands. There's the separation by Dan Margliotta. Margliotta telling Strydom, break when I say break. There's the jab, short overhand right by Stewart, back to the outside. Strydom heavy on the inside, big right hand. Separation from Margliotta again. Jab from Strydom. Stewart, there's a right hand from Strydom, heavy to the inside comes Tommy Strydom.
Strydom felt like he was going to have the advantage in the clinch, something we haven't seen yet. Let's see.
On the right hand, and that's ruled a knockdown by Dan Margliotta. Strydom's right hand touch after the right hand landed by Kai Stewart.
Okay, turn around, knuckle up.
Immediately in with the right hand.
And I didn't think that did much damage, but from the knockdown, you can tell that Kai Stewart thinks that he's coming after his opponent.
Stewart continuing to have the open chested and the switch stance entries to the body from southpaw. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our main event. Non-stop movement from Kai Stewart, overhand left. Stewart driving pressure to the inside.
Stop with your head hard and stop with your head down low. Keep it above his waist. Knuckle up.
Jab from Strydom, jab right back. Previous sequence, Margliotta telling Stewart, you have to keep your head above the waist of Strydom. Strydom missing that rear tube. Final seconds, round number 1. Stewart again to the inside. There's the downward right hand, left hook, right hand gets through from Strydom before the bell. That ends round number 1.
Look at Kai just jumping up, ready to go at all times.
Total line, gentlemen, total line.
Stewart to bounce, switching stances back and forth up to scratch. Round number 2. Started round number 2, southpaw immediately to orthodox. Strydom to the mid-range and orthodox off the jab. Stewart on the outside to the inside, right back out. Strydom, big overhand right entry.
Turn around, ready? Turn around.
It's that unbelievable pace that Kai Stewart can come at you with, throwing punches from all angles, feints, being very active, making you totally tired the entire time trying to brace for those punches.
Stewart, you just saw previous sequence, the naked 2 to the body, does it again on cue. Going from southpaw now, switching to orthodox, Kai Stewart. Right hand. Margliotta claiming that was a knockdown. We fought on rule to slip by Margliotta.
Kai saying, I hit him, but Margliotta saying that's not what caused him to go down.
Strydom looking rear right uppercut. There's the right hand. Stewart again switching stances. There's the entry. There is no one, not just in BKFC, but in this modern world of bare knuckle fighting, who fights like Kai Stewart.
So difficult to train for. How do you train for a guy like this? You can't find anybody else to come in here and mimic that kind of style.
Swing and a miss, left hand, big right hand on the return from Stewart.
No headlock.
To the guillotine position. No headlock called by Mergliata.
Just even when you start to think, okay, I got something, Stewart just comes forward, pushes you backwards, makes you tired. Just constant pressure, and that wears you down.
Stewart hard to the body. 20 seconds remaining, round number 2. Short right hands, the active clinch. Now the separation. Stewart again, right hand. Strydom still game into the pocket in the clinch. We're through 2 rounds.
Go to line. Ready. Buckle up.
Round number 3. Strydom forward pressure, immediately big left hand, right hand from Kai Stewart. Stewart, shades of Conor McGregor, hands behind the back. Stiff jab, right hands.
Everything landed for Kai at this point. He's got his opponent worn down a little bit. He's throwing punches. He's seen him coming. He's picking him apart.
One-way traffic at the moment for the champion Kai Stewart to start round number 3.
Ready? Buckle up.
Quickly start from Mergliata. Right hand. Stewart's right knee touched, but ruled a slip by Mergliata. Just a level change wrestling entry on the knee drag for Stewart.
Let's keep it boxing.
Makes it so difficult to deal with. He does do a lot of level changes. Hands down.
Left hand again through from Stewart. Hands high and tight for Strydom. Strydom on his back foot. To the clinch from the half-tie plumb right hand. Left hook, counter left hook. Stewart landed flush. Side-to-side movement, in and out movement from Kai Stewart. Jab from Strydom.
Strydam's so tired when it throws punches. So telegraphed, Kai Stewart sees it coming a mile away.
45 seconds remaining, round 3. Ruled a slip by Mergliata. To the big protestations of Kai Stewart, we fought on.
Kai Stewart just getting infuriated.
Stewart to the body. Stewart to the head, right hand again. Left, then the right uppercut on the step-in open-chested from Stewart. Audacious into the turn, into the clinch. Next to the body.
10 seconds. Buckle up.
Stewart clever on the overhand right, swing and a miss from Strydom. Stewart to the body with the left hand. Next up, round 4.
Ready? Buckle up.
Round number 4. Turn off from scratch for Stewart to start the 4th round. Right hand. The left hand, switch stance, entry right hand. It's the speed, it's the timing, and it's the creativity of Kai Stewart.
And what it is he wears you down early and then everything lands.
Strydom still trying to find his timing, right hand, and that is ruled as a slip up push step by Dan Mergliata. No protestation that time from Stewart. We fight on. Strydom was emphatic in our fighter meeting. I cannot fight on my back foot, but he is being forced through this relentless and creative pressure to his back foot by Kai Stewart.
Well, at this point, he's trying to get forward. He's trying to push his opponent backwards and throw it. Just like you saw there, he's trying to throw these straight rights. Just not working.
Big left hook, entry, another left hook. Stewart opening up. Smart defensive clinch by Strydom.
Strydom doing whatever he can. It's just not enough at this point.
60 seconds remaining, round 4. Stewart entry on the right uppercut.
Break, no strikes.
Hard on the overhook. That gets the separation from Mergliata.
Just being worn down the entire fight. That pressure, constant.
Switch stance to throw the left hook. Third entry on the hard feint. You saw in the feint, Strydom covering up immediately. Now 25 seconds remaining, round 4. There's the counter left hand from Strydom. Did not fully land. There's the left hand, that landed a big left hook. Knockdown number 2.
This is what Kai's been looking for, that knockout. I don't think Strydom's going to have the ability to keep fighting it, but he's so tired, man.
Up at 6 is Tommy Strydom. We'll see how hard now Stewart goes for the finish. Kai Stewart feeling that he is in absolute full control of this world title fight. Dropping Tommy Strydom in round 1, again in round number 4. To round 5 we go. Final round of our main event.
Being very disciplined is Stewart, though he knows his opponent's still dangerous.
Stewart on the left hand, open chested, switch of stances. Borga doing a great job keeping this fight moving on the floor. There's the jab from Tommy Strydom. Hard front shoulder from the South African Tommy Strydom. That's ruled a slip. American champion Stewart continues to flow. Right hand on the step in. Overhand right. Clubbing, did not fully land from Strydom. Left to the body, lands from Stewart. 65 seconds remaining in this fight. And Stewart to the body. Right hand, left hand on the underhook. Double unders from Stewart in the turn. Stewart back to orthodox, back to southpaw. Overhand right. Stewart on the level change to the body. Stewart left to the body, left to the head, right to that big left hand. That turns out Strydom.
Just look at the constant movement, always Stewart, and then you try and get away, he's right in your face.
This is truly revolutionary from Stewart.
Clean those strikes, let's go.
You have to be in tremendous shape, tremendous fight camp to make this happen.
20 seconds remaining in our main event. Stewart again to the body. The stumble by Strydom against the ropes. There's the left hook from Strydom. Strydom showing his heart. Stewart showing his creativity, showing his class. Right hand, left hand, right hand to the bell. That is the end of our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the 5 scheduled championship rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 50-43 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed, undefeated BKFC World Featherweight Champion, King Stewart!
All right.
Goodbye, belt, that's where we got. Double.